Okay, so you said, dealt with fidelity and all of that. I mean, do your girls know about that, or you just kind of not wanting to say, make the dad look like the bad guy?
I really didn't want him to make, I didn't want to make him out to be the bad guy, but he's kind of doing that to himself, and I don't really feel that the girls are really seeing
Puts you in a position, puts the
what's
stress
going
on you.
on. So it might actually be better for them to know what happened.
Yeah.
So they get the whole picture. I was trying to protect them.
Yeah. Now, one of the main reasons we're here, how do you feel about this whole situation? Your daughter and all that stuff, when I got notified, I mean, that's a lot of stress on you.
It was very scary to think that she could do something like that. It goes against everything that we know, and it's something that I just don't understand. And I would like to understand a little bit more about what happened and why it happened, and what got her to that point to try and take her own life. I don't understand it.
Now, is your husband, does he know any of the stuff that's going on?
No, he has
He doesn't.
no contact. When I tried to contact him when Natalie was in the hospital, but he hasn't responded. I left him messages, and he kind of knows what happened, but hasn't said anything, and I really don't know if the girls have spoken to him.
No, I know, she's talked to somebody, and you said, you have your own therapist, how are you feeling? It's just not like this happens. As a mother, this puts a lot of stress on you.
It does. It puts a lot of stress on me because I feel like I've done something wrong, and your automatic reaction as a mother is to blame yourself and feel really guilty about anything that could possibly happen to your child. So I'm still dealing with that because I really think it was something that I did.
And you can't blame yourself. She's going through a lot of different things, and like I told you before, positive outcomes. They did, before the divorce, they are in sports, and they're making good grades, and they have good friends. This is a lot of stress on them. Other than you, the whole divorce, which you've been trying to protect. Not making your ex-husband the bad guy, and
right.
You're having to look at your financial issues, and you're trying to relocate and being closer to your family, have a better support system. And
yeah, I think all this time I was trying to make it as normal as possible, as normal as it was before, just minus one person. But I was trying to make sure that they still were able to do everything that they were supposed to do, hang out with their friends, work if they needed to, and just try to make everything as normal as just an everyday occurrence, and not have it be such a big deal.
Yeah. As kids, they're not kids, young adults, so they don't understand the issues and the financial. When you had two incomes, it was no problem, and
it was very easy.
Yeah, now that you're by yourself, it's hard, and you need a support system, and it's hard when you just have your two daughters. They understand, you can talk to them, but you want to be around your family and your parents and close friends, and that's easier on you. Some kids just don't understand that, and financial purchase, or you got to do what you got to do.
I think they had difficulty with why we had to move, and and not having as much money as we had it once before. It's hard, especially at this time in their life when everything is about how they look and how they act and their appearances.
Yeah.
It means a lot to them now. So yeah, it's just a lot of pressure.
Now, how's the oldest daughter doing?
As far as I know, she's doing okay. She hasn't really said much to me. She goes to work, and she still does good in school, and I'm not really sure. We have a closer bond than my youngest and I do.
Okay.
So I kind of lean on her every once in a while, my oldest, and talk to her about some of the things that are going on, like financially and things like that, but not really about their father.
Okay.
Because I really do feel that my youngest is too young to know about everything that's going on. But like I said before, that might actually be a misjudgment on my part. She might be better off if she does know more of what's going on. Yeah.
Alright, well, I wanted to talk to you and get, the mother and the adult's point of view. Are you ready to bring the girls in? Do you
I
want to
am.
talk about anything else? Okay,
Yeah.
I will go get them. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You guys can come in.
Hey, girls.
Sit over here. I'm Lauren.
I'm Natalie.
Nice to meet you. Lauren.
Karen.
Nice to meet you. How are you guys doing today? Alright. Ready? Alright. So we all know everything that happened. Won't go into details. I got referenced by the crisis therapist, and she said that you wanted to talk about your family, and maybe she referred you guys to me. We need some family therapy. I've been through a lot of stuff going on, as you guys know. I don't know if you've ever been to a counselor or some confidentiality agreement I have here. The only time I can break it is if you guys say you're going to hurt yourself or you're going to harm somebody else. Other than that, everything you say will not be set foot out of this office. I just talked to your mom and wanted to kind of get everybody's view and see how everybody's doing. You guys are in a lot of stress and have had a lot of things going on for you guys in a year that hasn't been easy. So I wanted to bring you guys in. Obviously, there's some issues that you guys need to talk about, and Mom wants to make this family stronger and better, and I just kind of want to hear what everybody has to say. Natalie, do you want to start?
Yeah, I've had a really hard time. I'm just transitioning into high school. My parents got a divorce. I didn't see that coming at all. I'm really close to my dad, and not hearing from him for a year really took a toll. That's one of the main reasons why I did what I did. And we were a pretty religious family before all this happened. And I personally am a religious kid. But ever since that happened, I'm just like, why would God let that happen to my family? So it kind of tore me apart. Me and my mom don't really have that close of a relationship. I feel like she's closer to my sister.
Okay.
So I don't really get that much attention from her. And I really look up to my sister, so I'm closer to her than I am to my mom, I guess.
You know nothing that happened. I know it's hard looking at it that way, and everybody's their personal experiences. You can't expect, I know people have beliefs, but things happen, and I think your mom wants to talk to you guys about that today. She doesn't want to have any more keeping anything from you guys, letting you know everything about the divorce, to kind of lift some weights off of her. She also told me positive. I know you're going through a lot, but it seems like you're a pretty good kid. She says you make good grades, and she's telling me this, and she says you have good friends, and you're in sports, and, you're a really good kid. So, she obviously thinks of you very highly.
Yeah, I kind of just did it as an outlet. I got caught. I was cutting for a while, and I got caught at school. So, I don't know. I tried to think of a different outlet. It's kind of why. Once I found my mom's prescription drugs, I kind of started taking them, slowly. I don't think my mom knew I was taking them. I'd only take, 2 or 3 at a time. And then, I don't know. She was always with my sister, so, and me and her share a room. I couldn't do it there. I don't know. I feel like I have a lot of pressure on me. I am a good kid, but that was, my outlet.
So now why are you doing this? Are you doing this because you're upset about the divorce, or what's going on?
I kind of feel just everything just hit me all at once. The divorce absolutely broke my heart, and therefore I feel like my religion has been taken away from me. And the whole, I do wish I got more attention from my mom. That's my role model, so that's kind of hard. I just am almost at a giving up point, and that's why I did it. And my sister found me in the bathroom, so I don't know. I know that was hard for her too, so I kind of feel like I let people down more now. So I just constantly feel low. I have really low self-esteem.
Okay, how have you been doing with your other therapist? Have you been talking in therapy, I mean, do you feel any better, or are you still going through?
Yeah, the crisis worker actually really helped me personally. I don't feel suicidal anymore. That was my only attempt. I don't plan on doing it again. I've worked more on myself, but like my mom, I want to try and get our family closer. And I'd like to get closer to my mom. That's a goal of mine.
And your mom also talked to me. I know it's probably hard for you girls about relocating because of the job and, you know, moving out of state. How do you guys feel about that?
I mean, I think it's going to be a big stressor, especially if our family doesn't bond closer before it. It's going to be hard. But I mean, I appreciate my mom taking the steps to getting us here. So I hope it helps.
How do you feel about all this, Mom? You thought, you know, we talked about the prescriptions, and obviously you know now that...
Yeah, it scares me a little bit. I mean, I know that you said you're not thinking about doing it again, but it kind of scares me in my mind. Goes to trying to protect you even more, the possibility of protecting you too much and smothering you and making you feel stressed out in that way. Like, I'm afraid, I'm not sure what to do for you, how to treat you. I don't know how to react
I
to it.
get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want you to smother me, but it would be nice for you to ask me how I am every once in a while instead of just asking Karen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, Karen, how do we feel? What's going on with you?
I feel like there's a misunderstanding here. Like, it's not that I'm mom's favorite, because she actually does talk about Natalie most of the time. It's just I'm her outlet.
You're the oldest,
Yeah,
so...
you know, I'm like her friend. I get told a lot of stuff, so I wasn't surprised by the divorce. And, you know, I've seen their relationship longer, and I know it wasn't a good one. So I saw it coming. And I just think, you know, maybe Natalie was still too young for the whole thing.
I think what they're trying to do, and obviously she's older now and you guys can't think about it that way, but you're the baby, so I feel like you guys try to protect her, so you're not wanting her to get involved because you don't really want to know what's going on. And as a mother and a sister, obviously, you know, some people are, you might be closer to mom and you're closer to dad, so I could see why, you know, you didn't say anything to her what was going on, because you want to protect her and not, you know, let her know or like talk badly about your father. And I've seen a lot of people, you know, do that, not make him out to be a bad guy, because I see a lot of people when they're divorced, I think really highly of your mom, that sit there, and whoever you're living with, they sit there and just talk and talk and talk badly about the other parent, and that puts you down, because, you know, you are close to him, and that puts you down in a further way. And maybe we need to be more open and honest, because she is older now, but I feel like they're trying to protect you, and you might not want to hear what your mother has to say and everything. You might not want to know the truth about the whole situation and the divorce, because it's probably going to put more stress and it's going to hurt you, and she probably doesn't want you to resent, you know, your father and think badly of him.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand that. I think I was just blindsided. Like, I didn't see it coming like Karen did. And maybe it is because of my age. But I'd rather know the truth. Like, I just feel pushed away. I feel like the only one that doesn't know this huge secret that mom and dad are getting divorced. And then that's when I like seek the attention again.
You know, are you wanting to talk to her?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously something that she wants to hear, so I don't have a problem with telling her. I just want to make sure that, you know, you're
She's
okay
ready
to
for
hear
it.
it.
So.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
still think of you as my baby, so it's hard. It's hard to start to think of you as somebody that's growing older and becoming an adult, and it's a huge transition for me too. What questions do you have?
Well, I just want to say, like, I want you to tell me, because while I was close to my father when he was here, I'm not anymore because he is gone. It's been a year, and as little as I know, I do know he's not helping you with, like, me and Karen, and that really bothers me. And like I said before, you're my role model and my support, so I want to get closer to you.
Mhm.
I just want to know, like, why did you get